Kambosos. Haney arrives. They have a press conference. They have a face-off. Kambosos goes. I would play the audio if I wasn't fearful of copyright, by the way, but I can't do that. So, but I'll paraphrase. They didn't let his dad in. We did everything we could. I don't know if that's true. We did everything we could to get Bill in, but we couldn't get him in. But I'm surprised they let him in, because I didn't know they let informants in. Because he's a spy. He's an informant. He was texting me everything Teofimo was doing. Oh, Teofimo is at the whorehouse. Oh, Teofimo, he's this. Teofimo's that. He's having problems with his wife. Apparently, Devin Haney was texting these things to Kambosos. He's calling him a snitch while being a snitch himself, but that's another story. Bruce Goss, what do you make of Kambosos saying these things?
Bro, I watched that, and I couldn't count how many times the word rat was used, accusation-wise. Bro, where I come from, you call somebody a rat one time, you better look for your teeth, man. You know, I mean, it's them's fighting words, as they say in the streets, bro. And I don't know if Teofimo knew what Devin was taking at that, but Devin was just he was a cool cat in that interview, man. He was he's in a faraway place, you know. He's without his dad, so he has to use some decor. He could get stabbed, booed, slapped, shot, whatever, man. He's not in friendly territory, you know. That being said, bro, I look at it different than a lot of people, man. You know, because I'm talking about heavyweights, man. I look at that like the place where Jack Johnson had to go to win his heavyweight title to become the first black heavyweight champion, bro. And he, if Devin thinks he's in hostile territory, how do you think Jack Johnson's felt, bro? And if he looked at it like that, man, I think he would see the historical value. I haven't heard that from anybody. I'm surprised, but I mean, you know, This is I can't wait to see this fight. I think it's 50-50. There's so much intrigue there. And then seeing this today, you can see a lot of personal shit going down. And man, Saturday afternoon, bro, I'm gonna be sitting right here where I'm sitting now and smoking what I'm smoking now. And bro, this is gonna be a great fight, man. And it's like every week it's getting better and better and better. Yeah. And then, you know, we're gonna see so much good action. And this is right along with it, bro. I mean, you know, like you said, Cali, boxing is definitely healthy today for us. Other people have no idea who Kambosos is. My granddaughter thinks it's a guy from the Cat in the Hat, you know. So brother, you know, boxing is healthy for us. I think if the heavyweights can get a little healthier, Deontay Wilder can kick some ass, become the face of boxing, maybe. Then I think the trickle down effect. Fans will start appreciating all this other great action that we're getting, you know, and maybe boxing will survive, you know.
I agree. I think you're referring to the Tommy Burns fight with Jack Johnson, where he won the belt, right?
That's the one.
Yeah. But obviously, the film was destroyed for that one. No one's going to destroy the film for this one. Everyone's going to watch it. So. Hey, Calix, what do you make of this, man? What you think of him calling him a rat? You're texting me, and do you believe him? Do you think Haney was really texting him these things?
I didn't know anything about this backstory until yesterday, and for him to say it and Haney not really to refute it, I do believe it. So I'm wondering the question Teofimo needs to ask is, how is Haney getting this information? For Haney to give.
Well, if he's at the whorehouse, I mean.
But, you know, regardless of all of that, I think all's fair in war. And I think Kambosos is definitely trying to use this to get into Haney's head. He definitely got into Teofimo's head before the fight as well. I think Kambosos is an underrated trash talker. But I don't think Haney doesn't strike me as the guy it's going to work against. I just don't. I think he just strikes me as a level-headed dude. Calm. And as a sidebar, I just have so much respect for these two fighters because Kambosos came into enemy territory, beat Teofimo, took his belts, comes back to Australia, and could have took some light touches, right? But instead, he's taking the undisputed fight. He wanted Lomachenko first. Either way, it's a tough fight. He's getting the undisputed fight. And respect to Devin Haney for going to the land of the kangaroos, where it's not easy to win. It's not going to be easy to escape there with these belts. And he's saying, not only am I going to fight in this fight, I'm going to agree to a rematch and have to defend my belts if I win this in the land of the kangaroos again. So I got to defend these belts against the guy I just beat in his home country again. And by the way, I got to do it without my top 2 trainers. So respect to both these fighters. And this is what I'm talking about as far as I respect guys who put it on the line like this. And you contrast that to what we've seen from, say, a Tank Davis. Much respect to these fighters. And as far as the rat stuff, I guess all is fair in love and war.
Man, Sean, what you make of it, brother? Call him an informant.
Man, it's going to that level, right? Back to the Malinaji Broner girlfriend play the voicemail. Like my man Bruce Gass says, certain things you don't say, and but you know what? I do agree with Calix on the point of I think Haney is mentally strong and he's gonna overcome all this, being away from home, being away from his pops, being away from Ben Davidson, being called a rat, being called out for, giving information. Because the reason, if you think about it, he would help out Kambosos is because what? He feels he can beat him. So if you just go in there and beat his ass and make it, no doubt, hurt him, put him down, and leave no question that he may not even want to have that second fight or rematch, because he'll be so decisive. That's probably not realistic, but that's the mentality he needs to have. All's fair in love and war, like man Calix Boxing said. Surprised, yeah, but at the same time, Kambosos is an underrated trash talker. One thing that stands out to me from the Teofimo fight is like that one-liner that he said at the end, at the last press conference at the face-off to Teofimo. He looked at him right in the face and he said, "These belts are cursed," because he knew about a situation. It looked like the look on, I didn't understand at the time, but the look on Teofimo's face is like, oh shit, maybe because my life's fucked up. Maybe they are cursed. Maybe I don't need them, So Kambosos, shout out to him and his 90s R&B singer Wardrobe. That brother's bringing it. And like my man Bruce Gass says, man, I'm going to be light up. Can't wait for Saturday afternoon, man. It's going down. We're getting undisputed, baby. Let's go.
Hey, we're getting undisputed without dispute. I will say this to close out. Let me say this. Australia, you could have a great, don't sell out for one fighter by robbing Haney, because then no one's going to go over there to fight. You have an opportunity to become a real viable boxing market. If there's money to be made, especially with Australian fighters, just don't do any stupid shit, because it's not going to benefit you in the long run, right? It's not, because you think Tim Tszyu is going to have an easy time getting a big name fighter to Australia if you rob Devin Haney?